Hey there guys, Dr. Violence here, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something that I never thought I would have to do. I never thought that what I was doing on YouTube would ever have to get this serious, but here we are. This is what happens when you become a part of the Complex Doom community, I guess, and are making YouTube videos. You sort of have some responsibility to try and do the right thing as much as possible, which is fucking impossible. Complex Doom and all the mods and add-ons are riddled with injustices. People stealing content, using content without permissions, not crediting, all that shit. The reason why everything is always so complicated is because there are people who let things go and don't mind and don't take things as seriously. They just take and use whatever they want, and there are people who do mind and do care about this stuff. And there is no written rules for me as a YouTuber and someone who plays these mods to follow. Because it's so fucked up and complicated, at the end of the day, I just choose to play whatever is fun and whatever I feel like playing. Today, I'm going to try and attempt to explain what I believe went on behind the scenes that caused all this bullshit, and I'm also going to try and calm things down a bit. So first and foremost, I just want to say, like, I'm not a detective. Doing YouTube is not my job. I do it for fun. I just play the games that I want to play when I feel like playing them, and I make videos when I feel like making videos. The reason I don't play LSD is mostly because there is a lot of drama around it, and I just try to avoid it. And like, when I say that, I'm not saying that the drama is anyone's fault. I'm not saying that any side is at fault, because that shit doesn't concern me. It's none of my business. I was not around when all the drama started, when everything went wrong. I don't see why I should have to care about it. I'm just playing whatever I want to play when I feel like it. The thing about Clusterfuck is that it was the first mod that I played outside of LCA. I was just playing like regular old LCA back in the day, and then someone in the comment section was like, UV, do you want to play Clusterfuck? And I was like, I don't know what that is. Sounds interesting. And then I played it, and I really liked it, and I stuck with it. I was interested in the development. I reckon I made about 100 or so videos before I even heard of LSD. Don't come at me and saying that, like, I've taken Clusterfuck's side and, like, it's not fair and, like, I shouldn't just believe everything that all those people say, because I don't. I don't believe anyone, and at the same time I believe everyone. Because I'm not the kind of person who just takes one person's word for it on things and then just runs with it. I like to know everything. If it's actually something that I need to, be concerned with, I don't want to be hating people for no reason, like for if I don't know the 100% story, especially if I haven't heard both sides. So just to sum that up, reason I don't play LSD is because I just enjoy playing Clusterfuck on regular map sets. Clusterfuck on regular map sets is more what I'm interested in. It's not quite as complicated as LSD. It's just more action-packed and more of an adrenaline rush, and that's just what I like. I think LSD is a fucking awesome mod. I think that the people working on it are very talented. I think they really, really know their shit. So, like, don't think that I'm, like, taking some side, because I'm not. Now, let's talk about where I think the drama started and why I think it still goes on. I originally got this part wrong when I first recorded this video, so this is the second day. Hem Custom is the mod that is in the Clusterfuck load order. What you need to know is that Hem Custom is like a custom version of Hem, made by the LSD people. So the LSD people made Hem Custom. In their words, Hem was just riddled with bugs, and they fixed like everything. They pretty much just redid the whole thing. And then later on, Hem Custom became LSD. So the person who made the original Hem eventually went and worked with the Clusterfuck people, and they just became friends, and then Clusterfuck was just like a silly mod. Something people forget is that Clusterfuck was originally meant to be just a private mod, that they were just putting it together for fun, just between themselves to play, like just co-op, just amongst themselves. But then, like, I came along making videos, and someone offered me a chance to play it, and then it became this big thing. And I guess in some way or form, you could say that it's my fault that this drama really took off, because all of a sudden, someone was shining a light on the fact that Clusterfuck was using Hem Custom, which was made by the LSD people. The thing is, though, is that they did try to edit Hem Custom and make it more their own thing as time went on, but all this drama started early on when it was still mostly just like all the stuff that LSD people made. So really, what I just want to say is that, like, stealing has happened on multiple sides. So many people in the Complex community steal things from other mods without giving credit, and like that's why I don't really care as a YouTuber and as someone who just plays the mods. It's too late to start caring about that now for me. When I made like 100 or so videos before I even knew that this stuff was happening, and like I can't just care now. I'm not going to go and delete all my videos. But like, I understand why the LSD people are angry, because there was a point on the Clusterfuck Discord server where I think Dust made a comment about LSD stealing stuff. I don't think he actually meant to like say that it's a fact that they did this. I think he was just talking a bit of shit and trying to rile people up a bit. But some people took that as like some undeniable fact, like right then and there, confirmed LSD stole everything. And I don't think that's true. And I think that that's why people need to, like, if they don't know the full story, they need to just shut up and stop insulting people when they don't really know anything at all. Everyone has stolen stuff on all sides, and I don't think it's fair to just, like, hate LSD for it. But, you know, LSD have done other things, like threaten people. They've threatened me a little bit. Like, I don't know if I've mentioned it already in the video or not, because I'm recording this on the second day, if this is going to be before or after. But like I've said already, maybe that, you know, they've doxed people. They try to find people's real life addresses and Facebook accounts, and I don't know what they're going to do with that information, but it's scary stuff to me, and that's really the main reason why I try to avoid LSD. I don't want to get involved with people that do those kinds of things, and that's just where I personally draw the line. But I think, like, if I can, you know, clear the air a bit around LSD as a mod, you know, separate the art from the artist. If you just look at LSD as a mod, I don't think they've done anything wrong, apart from maybe not credit some people here and there. And I think the mod itself is brilliant. It's just that they do these things out of anger for like everything that's going on and how people talk shit about them and stuff. And they just take it too far. And that part of things is where I draw the line, unfortunately. But, you know, if this video goes well and doesn't cause a ton of chaos, then I might play Extra 2 when it's ready, because I've seen screenshots of it, and like, I can't lie, man, it looks amazing. I want to play it, but I'm not going to play something by people that, if they're still doing that sort of shit and harassing people, it's not right for me to support that. It's just not. So I hope that both sides can kind of understand that. And, alright, I don't know where the video takes off from here, so I'm gonna just move on now. The LSD people get a lot of shit for supposedly stealing lots of stuff. I see comments all the time from people saying that they steal content and this and that. And I just want to say that I don't think the majority of what people are saying is true. I feel like, yeah, maybe they stole a couple of things or didn't credit something here and there. But man, those guys, they know what they're doing. They know how to code. They are talented. I don't think they need to steal stuff. I think that's just like the strongest point that I can make in their case, is that they fucking know. They know their shit. I've learned a bit of coding myself now, and I can look at the Hem Custom scripts, and I just know that, like, I just think that they're very talented. Also, not only, like, do I know that they are, like, really talented and stuff, Lister has pointed out to me as well that, for example, like, with the Nazi bosses, the Death Knight, it has a Russian voice line that, like, he reckons that no one in the clusterfuck side would know what it says, because they're the ones that added it, and they're the ones that know where it came from, and that's just, like, one of the, you know, many proofs that they have that, like, Hem Custom was mostly theirs, or is theirs. The problem is, the way that they go about retaliating against people is where I draw the line. Now, this is just something that, like, this is just a personal thing for me, like, where my morals sit. So, this is why I avoid LSD, is because these guys do things like, they will threaten to, like, they will try to find your Facebook account, they will Photoshop people's photos, like, photos of their faces onto pornography, and then raid Discord servers and spam it everywhere. I don't know if they've done any of that stuff recently, but they did do that in the past. The reason I took my own Discord server down back in the day was because of them. Mostly. I mean, they weren't the only ones that were starting fights in there, but they were usually the people causing the trouble. And there was a point where they were spamming not very nice pictures in there, and I had to fucking deal with it. And that's why I closed my Discord server. I just got sick of, like, babysitting. I got sick of just, like, having to keep an eye on it to make sure no one was fighting. But that Discord server is also proof that, like, I never took a side. I wanted LSD and Clusterfuck to sort of get along in the same space and just, like, you know, enjoy the game. But obviously I didn't know the full story then. I still probably don't know the full story now. And knowing what I know now, it was probably quite foolish of me to try and, like, make people be friends back then. But I tried. And when I played LSD back then, I really enjoyed it. But I just draw the line at these horrible things. Like, just the stealing content in from a Doom mod is one thing, and I totally understand why the LSD people, like, care so much about it, because they've tried to make something amazing, and like, all this shit has happened and gotten in the way of it. And then, because they've done these things, no one will listen to them anymore. And it's just this fucking mess. I'm not going to take my mod apart because I already have hundreds of videos on my channel of me using this stuff. They're not going to go away. Me stopping working on my mod and just because of this isn't going to make clusterfuck go away. Even if I did remove hem custom, even if I did spend that amount of time doing tedious as fuck work, trying to fix a problem that I never caused in the first place, there are still builds of clusterfuck out there that have hem custom in it. And people will just add it back if they want to use it. So there's no point in me even doing anything about it. But the one thing that I can do to try and make it better is just give credit. And hopefully people stop abusing the LSD people for stealing stuff when they maybe didn't. Who the fuck knows? My biggest advice to everyone is to just stop being assholes to each other. Because this shit has gone on for so long, and there's no way of fixing it. There's literally no way of fixing it at this point. And to the people who insult them, like, you know, here and there on Discord servers and just talk shit about them for stealing stuff, if you don't know the full story of what went down back then, just shut up. Like, what are you doing? Are you trying to make yourself feel better by just insulting people that, like, you don't know what happened? You're just insulting for the sake of insulting, and you're not helping anyone. And I don't think there's any point in it. Like, let's all just, like, stop throwing out backhanded insults at every opportunity. Because you're just pissing people off and keeping this old bloody fight alive that has been going on for over 5 years. And I think it's time to fucking let it be in the past. That being said, I'm not actually expecting the LSD people to just get over it right now because I'm saying all this. I think they have every right to sort of be a bit pissed off at everyone. Because, like, if they're spending time in different Doom Discords and seeing all these people constantly talking shit about them for stealing stuff, even though in their heart of hearts they know that they didn't steal the things that people, like, they didn't do the things people are saying, then I understand why they're angry. But if people are talking shit about them and saying they're not nice people because of the things they've done, like photoshopping people's faces onto stuff and threatening people and trying to find people's Facebook accounts and all that, raiding Discords, I mean, like, I can't really blame people for, like, saying bad things about them in that regard, but it would just be really nice if we could all just, like, drop it and enjoy the game. I just want to say thanks to Lister for, like, talking to me and just, like, recently being nice and, like, just explaining the hem custom situation. It sucks that I even have to make a video like this in the first place. That's all I really wanted to do today, is just to clear that up, that, like, I'm not taking a side by not playing LSD. I'm just trying to stay away from the toxic people that are in that community that do those things. I think LSD is a great mod. I think they've made some of the coolest features that I've ever seen, especially in Xandronum. The whole, like, item menu thing that they've got going is fucking awesome. I don't know what more I can say, but my morals just lie with the, you know, at that line there where I think they've crossed a few too many times, and I don't want to support that stuff. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't understand why they do it, because I get it. They don't really have a voice. There's no really real way for them to, like, make their case. Because they did those things way back when, and still do sometimes now, the toxic things that they were doing, now people just won't listen to them at all, even though they might actually be right about stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't think anyone really gives a shit. I think everyone's just going to keep playing the mods that they want to play. Lister has sort of said to me a few times that he, you know, I should just remove hem custom from clusterfuck, but then he laughs at me because he knows how, like, hard that will be and that I probably won't be able to do it. And, you know, it's very funny. But, like, I'm not going to remove hem custom. I'm just not going to do it. What I will do, though, is I will credit majority of it to the LSD people in my credits file. And then hopefully that will just be enough. Because, like, what more can I do? I've put too much effort into it to stop now. And I'm not going to stop. I do want to apologize for, like, any way that I can for, like, just to everyone. Not just LSD, not just clusterfuck. I hate having to, like, be in the middle and point fingers at anyone. Because I'm not. I don't know the full story. I'm just, like, going off of what I've heard from both sides and trying to figure out what the most likely truth is. And I think that clusterfuck early on in its development was never meant to be a big thing. I think clusterfuck was just a multiplayer thing among those people that they were making it just to play amongst themselves for fun. They really enjoyed it and they saw potential in it, so they just, like, started making it bigger. And then little old UV comes along making videos and then shines the spotlight on it, and then all of a sudden LSD people have a bigger reason to, like, actually be kind of annoyed that they're using their stuff. So all in all, at the end of the day, it's all my fault, and that's it, man. I have absolutely no doubt that people are going to go into the comment section of this video. I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a war. But like, I'm sure people are gonna sort of, you know, comment and say their side, and like, people are probably gonna argue, but can we all just like acknowledge that the vast majority of us don't know the full story, and just like let the people who actually were there at the time and know exactly what went down do the arguing, if there is any of that? That would be very nice. I don't think anyone needs to be yelling at others if they don't know the full story, because this is going to turn into a bigger mess. I'm not going to disable comments. I'm not going to delete this video. You all can do whatever the hell you want. I've done my bit. I don't think there's anything more that I can say. I'm going to go and work on my mod now and edit a video. I am looking forward to hopefully one day playing the Extra 2 map with LSD. Hopefully things don't spiral too far out of control in the comments, so that I can get to that later with some peace of mind. And that's it, man. I'm wrapping up the video there. It's gone for too long. Hopefully I didn't piss anyone off. I'm going to go and edit a video now and edit my mod, which is becoming more and more of a mess as the days go on. Goodbye.